time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for a little clap action to get us started. I think we're cooking. Nicole, are we cooking? All right. Ooh, what is that? What is that? Was that the vape when you hit that? It did a little buzz. Are you hearing that? That's true. That's weird. It does like a weird buzz.
It's like when you get a text on top of your amp, then it'll come through.
AJ Martinez.
What's up?
How are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great. I just got here 10 minutes ago.
We're throwing you right into it.
Let's go.
He's a busy man. Plays in many different bands in Houston, Texas. Forever Miles is the main project.
Yes, main
Is
one.
the main project that AJ is the lead guitar player and lead vocals, primary songwriter with you and your brother.
Yes, sir.
And then obviously Sergio and Rochelle as well.
Yes.
The dynamic duo.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming on the podcast, man.
No problem. Cheers.
Episode 3.
The first time I saw you doing it, I wanted to be like number 1 or number 2, but number 3 is okay. I could live with that.
I mean, dude, episode 3 was the best of, the prequels, if you know what I'm talking about. So, a little Revenge of the Sith action.
You have the high ground.
We're on even ground right now.
Even ground, I like that.
But we're drinking old fashions today as a request from AJ.
My favorite
cheers,
drink.
Dude.
Yeah,
Let's
cheers.
cheers again, dude. God
Let's
damn
do
it.
it. I'm doing the top.
Oh yeah, that's good to see you. I'm taking my first taste. You said they were good, but
Oh my God. Yeah.
oh,
It's just me the entire time. Oh my God, yes. Give me that sweet drink.
that was Justin. The first half hour of Justin and I's podcast. It was us just going, oh god damn, that's good.
That's strong. It's just everybody
tasty.
making drinks just as strong as possible the entire time.
These I think are the strongest we've had on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
So
Leave it up to me.
leave it up to you to get us there. But you're in town from Houston, and then when's the next AJ musical event release? Let's just go right into it. When's the next big thing for you musically?
So I'm in 2 bands right now. Forever Miles is the main thing, and then Hate Mail is my friend Whitney's. She fronts a band that me and my brother Andy play in as well. We also play in Forever Miles.
Yeah,
And,
sorry I didn't get to Hate Mail. I love Hate Mail too, so yes.
Yeah, it's pop punk. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a mix between No Doubt and Paramore. Somewhere in the middle, which are me and Andy's favorite bands. And we've been releasing singles and working on, I think we're on song number 6, releasing for the summer. And Forever Miles is taking a little bit of a break. We just did the whole Japan thing last year. And Andy just had a little baby boy.
That's right. Andy,
Little
little Andy.
Little Andy. He is the cutest thing, my nephew. And which is crazy to say. I mean, you've known us a long time to see.
You're an uncle now, dude.
Yeah. Crazy Theo AJ. And so, yeah, we're taking a little bit of break, playing some shows, recording here in Austin with Andrew, a mutual friend of ours. And, yeah, we're just taking it easy, making sure that we're taking our time and doing all the content and everything. But to answer your question,
Yeah.
the next show for Forever Miles will be on August 2nd,
Okay.
I think.
Sweet. Is that going to be in Houston?
In Houston for White Linen Night.
Ooh, White Linen Night in the Heights.
I don't know if that's something Houston only does, correct? Like a White Linen Night?
I mean, I haven't heard of anywhere in Austin doing it. So
I don't know what the history is on that.
But it's still Heights, like a Heights thing, right?
It's expanded a little bit more.
Okay.
So we're playing at this place, Dan Lectures, which is in the North Heights, but
Yes.
it's not as contained like it's always been. It's always been on like 11th to 18th Street, where multiple houses will have white linen parties, and they shut down the entire like main 2 streets in the North Heights. I'm pretty sure you've been in Houston.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to give a little context.
I think we played there. For everyone who's listening and doesn't know AJ or AJ and I's relationship, we played in a band together in Houston back in the day. Maybe 10 years. Was it like 10 years ago now? 8 or 9.
I think so. I brought Rankin an old CD that the band that we played in before. It's a live recording, and I think that is 2015. So think about
God,
that,
so
dude.
10 years ago.
A decade. We've known each other longer than that, but at that point where we became better friends in that time period, 10 years.
That's crazy to think about. That is really crazy to think about.
Does the rush of stories just hit you all at once?
And we're still doing this shit.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel. Is this Mel's first appearance on the podcast?
Oh, she just wanted to say hi real quick.
She just wanted to say hi. She's a good girl. Everyone loves Mel. That's right. Go back to your bed. Go back to your bed.
Oh, she was not happy about that. She's like, I am not the attention. But yeah, 10 years ago, Carpet and the Drapes. A lot of those shows, maybe I don't remember for some crazy reasons, but we did play a lot of good shows. I'm very, very proud of that time period of music. And I'm glad we recorded it.
Short but powerful. I'm glad we got an album out of that too.
It's worth it. It's worth all the heartache.
It was a lot of fun. It was a quick snapshot of time, but yes, it was a blast. Carpet and the Drapes was such a fun time.
I'm like that meme right now where the guy has like war flashbacks. I'm just looking into the distance, like all the crazy ass fucking shows we did.
Oh my God. But yeah, no, I was gonna say I think what got me on the subject was I think we played at Dan Electro's back in the day. With Carpet and the Drapes.
We had our album release there.
That's right.
Which is funny. We had our album release there, and the band that I play with, on my main band with my brother and Sergio and Rochelle, Sergio and Rochelle's band Soul Creatures opened up for us that night. So it was kind of it's like a family thing.
So it was Sick Mule and Soul Creatures, right?
Yeah.
What a lineup!
I have the show poster on my living room wall, my dining room wall. Which I mean, it's the same. It's a small ass apartment. It's one room. It's where the dining table is, and it's a Sick Mule. There's like a donkey, and then Soul Creatures. There's a lizard, and then it has the album cover girl.
That's right. Yeah.
The doors opening to the venue at Dan Electro's, and that's the show poster. It's a crazy ass drawing.
It was a great, I'm trying to remember the guy's name that did the art. I think it was someone that Bowen knew. But it was awesome. It came out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did the artwork for the album?
That was Kelsey Moody. She was a friend from high school that did and she crushed it. I thought.
It's an iconic like album cover.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
my favorite was the back of the CD though.
Does it show her ass on that?
Yes, it did.
Love it.
Yeah.
So some ass.
God, we were ahead of our time, weren't we?
My lisp is going to come in real hot on this one.
Is everything sounding good in the headphones?
Sounds perfect.
Okay,
this is a
cool.
good setup. Congrats.
Cool.
This is awesome.
We're having fun with it. I figured what would be a better way for to bring musicians and the community together while and have fun, do a jam while also just learning how to make awesome cocktails.
It's organic, it's authentic, and I feel like it's a good way to start a conversation with people because I think you can get kind of lost in having acquaintances in the music world and not have any real conversations. Yeah. You know, when you're out and about, you know people, and then you kind of really don't know them unless you have like obviously. Oh my God! Of course, party foul. The first
spill. The first spill.
There's a lot of firsts on this one.
That actually takes me the perfect segue to another thing I wanted to do on the podcast for the first time.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm gonna need Nicole's help. Nicole's behind the scenes, crushing it. I want to do the first shot. So I was hoping we'd do a shot of whiskey.
Dude, you don't have to convince me.
On the air.
You know,
I was hoping we could do that. I figured you were just the right guy.
I'm the first person in line, bro.
Fantastic.
I think that's one of the great things about us. I believe we are best friends. So
Absolutely.
I think that's something that's carried on throughout our friendship for this long. We are the biggest co-signers to each other's decisions. Best and worst decision making.
God. Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole, for that.
It's like, and that takes me to my next question. AJ, when are you moving to Austin?
Man, Houston is a sham. It's so weird. I say that lovingly.
Totally. I love Houston too.
It's not built for music. And I know that's kind of crazy saying that, even with one of the biggest touring bands is Khruangbin, and they're from Houston. But it's not musician friendly.
Yeah.
And a lot of establishments have kind of disappeared over the years. And the real people that are really music forward right now are really keeping it alive at the moment. Here comes the shots.
There they are.
So I got to give it to the people working really, really hard. There's a lot of touring bands out of Houston. I think a couple people have gotten signed recently from like Austin Overflow going into Houston.
So like Austin band being signed to a Houston label. Is that what you're saying?
Or vice versa.
Okay,
they kind of share a same space because Houston is kind of doesn't gain a lot of attraction like it used to for out-of-town bands.
Okay.
It's weird. It's a weird climate. It goes in loops. Like every 5 years, it resets.
It's funny because I feel like when some of the like massive the Taylor Swifts of this world, right? I feel like a lot of them sometimes will go to Houston and Dallas, but they'll skip Austin. But then when it comes to like the I don't want to say up and coming touring acts, but maybe that
hardworking indie bands.
Maybe the more independent artists or the ones that are, you know, just not that superstar stadiums selling status, but still selling out clubs. Those are the ones that you're going to see in Austin more. Does that make sense?
No, I think there's a lot of money in cover band, and it's always kind of been like this.
Yeah.
Where there's more money in cover bands, and if you can sell out like NRG Stadium, Toyota Center, like all the big venues where they can make more revenue. I've kind of had that feeling.
Yeah.
And harder music, like anything hardcore or metal or thrash or punk, thrives on like the east end of Houston or Ojiman, where I've brought
Ojiman
you in, Nicole.
great. Shout out to 1810 Ojiman.
Yeah, they're the boss.
Is it Ojiman or Ojiman?
Hey, bro, it's whatever you make it. You could just say 1810. I love Alex. I went to high school with Alex, so I love that place.
What a great dude.
It's nice and weird, and they like to keep it that way, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah. When we were visiting Houston, hanging out with you, and we went to the jazz night there, I was blown away. I thought that was like the vibes were amazing.
Yeah, I like places where it doesn't feel like you need to be anything other than however you show up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird. You don't want people in like North Face jackets, just like, oh, why are you being loud at that table? Or why are you being weird at the bar? I like weird shit like that. I think that we're automatically attracted to that as musicians too.
Totally.
It's too, if some place is like too clean cut, it kind of like, it bothers me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Man, some of those old venues in Houston I do miss, like Nightingale Room.
I was just talking about that with Whitney, because Whitney kind of missed that whole period of time in maybe 2015 to maybe right before COVID.
Okay. She grew up in Houston?
She did. Okay. Right outside of Houston. She didn't start really songwriting until late 20s. She always loved music, but she didn't really get integrated in the music scene there until her late 20s, 30s.
Cool. And for those listening, Whitney is the lead singer and primary songwriter for Hate Mail. Mm-hmm. Check them out. They're new on the scene. How long has Hate Mail been a thing? Maybe a year?
Probably with like 3.
3 years? Has it
but
been that
as
long?
a band, 2.
Okay. So
I joined 2 years ago. Wow.
Cool.
Damn.
Cool.
2 years ago.
And I think that's when I found out about them or discovered.
Yeah, I was supposed to fill in for one show, and then 2 years later, it Yeah.
Nice,
now we're playing.
nice. And you guys just played in Houston. Was that 2 nights ago? Thursday night?
Yeah, 2 nights ago we opened up for Heart Chaser out of Austin.
Very cool.
Yeah, and
Very
they were
cool.
amazing too. They were really
Yeah.
cool people.
I know those guys, and that is a fantastic band.
I talked to who's the bass player?
Megan from she was
In
Los Coast.
Los Coast.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, hey, we played a show at I think it was Foundation Room. And she's like, yeah, the weird place at House of Blues. I was like, yeah, the swingers bar in the middle of the 2 stages. She's like, yeah, I remember that. She's like, yeah, y'all were great. And we had like a little side conversation on the stage. It's kind of cool to like kind of
That's
remember somebody, and you're like, yeah, I remember them. I was like, yeah, I know Rankin and Austin.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. They're awesome. Good people. She's awesome on the bass, obviously.
They're a cool band. They got a very desert. I think it's unique to Austin, like a very desert rock, psychedelic songwriter thing, because you don't get that too much in Houston.
I think that's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
It's very. It wasn't like too much. It was a good. It was a good set.
Yeah, with almost a little bit of like a poppy feel to it. Yeah, not too far out. When you say psychedelic, I think some people might think,
It's just a lot of reverb.
just feedback and reverb nonstop.
Well, I noticed because the guitar player was playing a 1974 Fender Sunburst Stratocaster. Because I noticed because it looked like your Stratocaster.
Oh,
But just Sunburst. And yours has a tremolo, right?
sure does.
Yeah, he was really working it. And he was playing a Fender amp.
Nice.
And I was just like, I know this rig.
Oh man, hell yeah, dude! I actually have a friend that just posted online that they're selling this Gibson.
You hear the heavy breathing coming in. I was like,
I know. I'm just like, oh my god! It's one of the small. It's not the ES 335, but it's the smaller body, hollow body
it's
one.
A 330 or 331. No, that might be like the one pickup.
Something like that. But he's
Something
selling.
like that. I know.
He's selling it, and he put the price on it. I was like, oh. I was like, I'll see if I can work up the funds for that, maybe. But we'll
honestly,
see.
I was
I've got enough guitars.
I do too, but and I brought one here.
Yeah.
And I was gonna drop by Austin Vintage Guitar before I got here, but
we could go after, baby. Let's go after. I'm
all
down.
wasted. I spent $2,000 for no reason.
Oh my god! Yeah. That's going to the guitar shop after a couple cocktails.
Not a great idea.
We're not gonna advise doing that unless you want to go buy that guitar that you have been just dreaming about, and you might maybe just swipe the credit card. That's how I am when I start drinking. I just hand my credit card out. Just swipe it. I'll go to. It's like at I know there was this. I forget what they call it. It's the East Austin art festival or something like that.
Uh-huh.
They do it every year. I remember one year I went to this thing and they
This is like a sad story.
No, it's not a sad story.
Is this talking like
it's not a sad story,
it
but
8 a.m.
I went
on a
to this
Sunday morning.
I went to this thing and they were it was an art gallery where they're selling art.
Okay.
And it was they were serving alcohol for free. And I'm like, oh, sick,
It was a market. They're
Yeah.
getting people liquored up to spend some money.
I start pounding, and they got me, dude. I spent.
Did you buy soap?
I
always buy soap. I don't know what it is.
Sydney Sweeney bath water. Soap. No,
$200 down.
I bought a bunch of art. That was it was cool, and I still own the art to this day. But I was just like, oh, I didn't really have the money.
The grunt for that. That was funny.
I didn't really have the money. What do you say we take this shot?
Yeah, in the name of art that you probably
art.
didn't need at the time, but you're glad that you got in the soap that I bought that I never got to use.
Wait, why did you never use it?
It melted in my car, bro. I forgot about it under my seat. And it's like that organic shit, so it's like wax under my seat.
Oh my goodness.
Let's do the shot in the name of markets that get you fucking liquored up.
Let's do it. I think we got the lemon on here. I think we're okay on the chaser. Are you gonna take one with us? She said
Not at all.
She's no.
AJ
not
already
with you.
dropped the drink on the couch. We're docking you.
She said, "I'm not taking shots with you, degenerates."
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, man. It's great to see you always.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
That's not some bullshit well whiskey either.
No, sir.
Hey Nicole, can I ask you something? I have a water bottle inside my backpack right here. Can you hand that to me, por favor? Nicole, you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Nicole has been an awesome behind-the-scenes producer.
I love
Absolutely
Nicole.
crushing it. Absolutely crushing it.
Thank you so much.
Making sure we don't run out of memory on our iPhones as we shoot this, or on the MacBook. You know.
You are the mom. You know that, right?
Oh, she takes care of us.
Great story about Nicole. Segue real quick.
Okay.
I'm taking a hard left.
No, let's hard left it, baby. Be scared.
We were on 6th Street one night, or Red River, and I was coming out. We were coming out from getting White Claws at a corner store, and I twisted my ankle like super fucking bad. Do you remember that? And I was like limping the entire night. It was bad. I completely rolled it, and I fell asleep on the floor at the old house, and I was like passing out. And Nicole and I think Ari, they raised my ankle and like took care of my ankle so I would sleep okay that night. So
that is
and
very
you know
sweet.
what? Might have been Ari, but you put a blanket on me. I remember that. And I love y'all guys for that.
You know,
y'all are amazing.
We got to take care of each other out here and support each other. And, you know, local musicians like us, we need to go to our friends' shows who play in bands. We need to take care of each other. That's the one thing I think I'm gonna always preach that on this podcast is go to your friends' shows when they're playing. Even if you're not crazy about their music. Legit. If they're your friend and you know they're doing their thing, go support them. Go hang out, have a drink, chill out, enjoy it, hang out with the friends. And especially if you're an artist, then they're going to come to your show, and then you can support each other, and you meet their friends, and I meet my friends, and then we can be friends. And shit, we can do this every weekend.
I'm going to start singing Kumbaya here in a second.
But
no, that's real.
that's
That's the truth, because I think everybody has this, like, it's a weird thing. It's like a very fine line in wanting something from somebody and actually being there for somebody. We'll always be there for each other because we co-sign and we've been best friends, and that relationship has grown like that. And that's happened with a couple of musicians in my circle and probably in your circle here in Austin. And when you have people in your circle that support you, it's almost like it tests you at being a good person. You know? Like, okay, I know that I'm doing everything for myself on the regular. You know, you're making music for yourself, and so am I. What are you putting back into your friendships and your musician friends, and just in life in general, that will have kickback that'll make you feel good at the end of the night, and valuing those relationships, and whether you do like the music or not, I know how it feels to look into the crowd when I finally get a chance to, because I take my glasses off because I'm blind as fuck. When I finally put on my glasses and I see somebody that I didn't think that was going to show up.
Oh, yeah.
But they're there. Kind of like how you surprised me recently, or me seeing some of the Lou Dude shows in the back where me and Andy just like hauled ass from Houston to Austin just to see y'all and just be there. That makes such a difference and can fill your glass up, you know?
Totally.
It make you feel like you're doing the right thing. And I feel like it's super important. And when you can't make it, I know we're musicians, so like sometimes you just can't make things. But just seeing a text like, hey, like, can't make it tonight, break a leg. Like, just making the effort to put your positive energy into other musicians is super, super important. make harbor those relationships, I guess.
Now, the one thing we don't want as musicians, we don't want to be asked, hey, what time do you guys go on tonight? And then you don't show up. That's the one thing.
Because you got fucked up at a bar before and you're not going to make it. And you're like, you're fighting with your girlfriend. I'm like, dude, if you know that's going to happen, just don't text me.
Don't text me what time are you going on if you're not going to be there. Okay?
Also, another thing is on the... like, hey, what time are you going on? Bitch, where the fuck? You just updated your fucking story and like you're in the middle of a club.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Like, just don't text me.
Oh, hey, the worst is when I've actually gotten, cool, where's your show at tonight? And I'll say, wherever. How
much is the cover?
Revelry, Cabana Club, whatever in Austin. And they'll go, sweet, can you send me the address?
I feel like I'm talking to my 60-year-old coworker.
So, do you need the address so you can put it into MapQuest? Is that what you need?
Did you ever print out the directions in middle school to get somewhere?
Hell yeah. But not since middle school.
I think understanding why somebody isn't there, you forget that that's like what adolescence, like in the beginning of like your musical journey, right? You
Totally.
like understand like, oh, that person can't make it or whatever.
Yeah,
but don't ask stupid fucking questions.
I know.
I don't answer those texts. I'm like, you know how to work Instagram, bro. You know where I'm at. There's a show flyer. We put $20 into a paid promotion on Instagram, which isn't shit. Maybe to gain 500 extra views. Like, you know where the fucking show's at.
God. Getting asked the address, really just outside of shows, even like getting asked the address for like, unless it's someone's house, like why are you asking for the address?
It's funny you say that because I was gonna ask for your exact address here because
That's
my
fair. A house is
my
fine.
iPhone automatically has the Altorf address.
Yes.
And when I say get me to Rankin's house.
Oh, it takes you there.
It takes me to the old address, and I forget every time. And I get off of 71 instead of 183. And I'm like, this is wrong. No. I caught it beforehand.
Okay.
Plus, we have each other's location, by the way.
I saw you. I know. I saw you when you were passing through Katie. I was like, okay.
This motherfucker hasn't left yet. No, I was getting hot Funyuns.
Oh, my gosh. Hot Funyuns?
Hot Funyuns. So I have like a ritual, right? There's a Buc-ee's right outside of Houston. Before I even make it to Austin, I get a big old water and a big old water. A water with a fat ass. Okay. And then I get a vanilla Coke. That's like my
vanilla?
I know.
That's a little, that's you're
weird.
Losing me there.
Yeah, I lose a lot of people
there.
there. But that I like Coca-Cola and I like vanilla Coke. Whatever. It's like an old-timey 60s thing, right?
Yeah.
I like vanilla Coke and then I get a chip. And then it's that way every time we've been on tour. And it's like Andy, my brother, he gets the same thing every time too.
What are your go-to chips?
Something with red 40.
With red 40? What do you mean? Is that like
it's like the red dye?
The red dye?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like hot Cheetos or something?
Like hot Cheetos,
Okay.
extra hot Cheetos, flaming hot Funyuns, hot Fritos.
Do you know what I'm talking about with the flaming hot sour cream and cheddar Ruffles?
What the fuck is that?
Do you know what I'm talking? You've had
you
the
hear
sour
the heavy
cream
breathing happening?
Oh my god!
Fuck. Okay, I'm done.
Well, you've had sour cream and cheddar Ruffles, right?
Those are really good.
Yes. So they have those flaming hot.
They're on my top 10.
Bomb. So good.
Oh my god, that shot is hitting.
So good. We'll go get some after this, honestly. Do we want to do another? Do we want to be bad?
Let's wait like 30 minutes. I would never say that.
I don't know if this podcast is going to last another 30 minutes.
It's a downward spiral. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Little baby shots.
Baby shots this
baby
time.
shots. Baby shots.
I am not a little bitch. It's just I haven't ate today.
People are going to accuse this podcast of just being like, you're promoting alcohol consumption.
They can suck my fucking asshole.
That's my Karen.
This is us talking as fucking friends. And you know what? If they didn't want to be here, they don't need to be here.
No, I actually don't think anyone's gonna complain because we're gonna get 30 views on YouTube and no one might ever see this unless this shit takes off, which would be amazing. I would love to have you back on again and whoever, and maybe if Paul McCartney wants to come on, I'll be like, yeah, but like I don't know.
Imagine Paul McCartney here, dude. That would be crazy.
He's Paul. He go.
I think.
What if me and Ringo came on?
It's John Lennon, the leader of the Beatles.
John would like to.
Is it that Walk Hard movie where they have that scene, the guru scene?
Yeah. Paul Rudd playing John. Yeah. If you only could imagine.
Imagine.
And then Paul, he's a little bit lighter. He's right here. But
I love that movie, by the way.
Oh my gosh,
it's so good. Jack White's in it
as Elvis.
Which is
so good.
No one should ever play Elvis but him. That's so fucking good,
man. Well, I guess that was before Austin Butler's Elvis, which hot take, Jack White did it better.
Honestly, now you know what? I've never seen that Elvis.
You never saw it?
No.
It was good. Shout out to Austin Butler and the Tom Hanks was kind of the character he played was kind of weird.
I know you bring up Tom Hanks. Let's talk about Chet Hanks. All right, let's do the shot.
Chet. Oh yeah. Chet Hanks was actually in this show. Nicole and I started watching with Kate. What's her name? The basketball one. We just watched this first season.
I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not basketball.
Running Point. Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's pretty good. We watched it on. I think it's on Netflix.
I'm a weird person. I'm not like a movie person.
What's a show?
See, there you go. Point proven. Cheers.
Oh my god, this whiskey is making me warm.
It's strong, bro. I'm like, we're doing shots of Bullet whiskey
while drinking.
Sponsorship. This podcast is sponsored by Bullet Whiskey.
Bullet Whiskey.
Give us some fucking bottles, bitch.
All supplies purchased at Chris's Liquor in Austin, Texas. Off
Love
South
Chris.
Lamar.
What a good guy.
Chris is cool. Also, my homie Tyler, who works there, he's the man.
Ty, I love you.
We might pass by there later on today. Tyler was at the Fish concert last night.
I want to go to a Fish concert at that place where Dead and Company is playing at.
The Sphere.
The Sphere. I want to go to the Sphere. Y'all have been there, right? No?
Nope.
Y'all been to Vegas, though. I feel like
I've been to Vegas so many times, but never been to the Sphere. You want to go?
Yeah, y'all went to Vegas recently, though, right?
Yeah, Nicole's family lives in Vegas. Cheers, brother. All right, this is the last one we're doing on the podcast.
Last shot, yeah, for sure. That's our relationship, by the way.
I know.
Last shot for sure tonight.
At least it's good.
It never
whiskey.
is.
At least it's good whiskey.
Yeah.
It is hitting. It is hitting.
Holy shit.
We'll get some food.
And we're jamming after this?
We can. Or we can just chat if you don't feel like jamming. I'll jam, though. I'd love to
jam, bro.
That's
how it always ends here. It wouldn't feel right in your house if it wasn't a jam.
It's
just I play one note. We have that funny thing during Carpet and the Drapes. I feel like you need to tell the story about the one note solo.
Yes. So this it was pretty early on into you playing with the band. I think we were maybe like 5 or 6 shows in. We're like, okay, we're boys. We cut up together.
I felt comfortable. By the way, we weren't that well acquainted before then. We had played shows together before, and I think I knew Ashton
in different bands.
I had talked to Ashton, your brother, at that time a little bit more than you. Me talking to you.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was my
backstage convos,
backstage conversations. We'll call it backstage conversations.
Exactly. But yes, I'm gonna tell the one note story. So we were partying before a show, as we always did, and just just drinking, throwing back a few, with our
Few
with our-
waters.
with a couple waters with our crew. We rolled deep back in the day too. We always had a squad with us in the Carpet and the Drapes days. But I remember you telling me before the show, you said, "Hey, on Begin to Be," which is the name of one of our songs, the first song on our record. Begin to Be. We played that every show. It was a banger.
It was a staple.
It was a good show song. But he goes, "I'm gonna just do a 1-note solo. I'm gonna just play 1 note the entire time." And I was like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. Let's go.
So stupid.
And this was right after we had it. It was like a 8 bars at first, like in the recording.
Y'all gave me some room. You gave me some room to do the thing.
It to 16. We made it 16 bars instead of 8 for the live setting to give more time for AJ to just rip solos, and it would take more time for the set, and then it would build back in nicer.
I tried to get you to play more solos, but you wanted to do a frontman thing. I remember this being a conversation. Anyway, we'll go on with the story. Sorry.
But basically, we extend the solo. Solo comes up, and AJ just and just feedback. He's going by the amp. He's feeding back. He's holding it, and he's looking up, just like that. And then I look over at him, and I'm just we're 4 bars in, and I'm just like laughing. I'm playing the rhythm, and then he's like looking up, and then he looks over at me, and he's like, and then we go right back in. I don't think I was able to sing the next verse because I was laughing so hard.
It's just 1 note, and it's so funny because I was like, I think I'm gonna keep on doing it. It was like a full 8 bars of just 1 feedback note.
Just held it out. I loved that. That was one of many funny moments on stage. God.
I think those shows really hold like a special place in my heart and in my brain, where I will just be at work, just on the computer, and I'll just think about Carpet and the Drapes, and I'll think of one funny moment that just comes shooting through my brain, and I'm like, there will be no other time like that time period with that band.
Never again. No, it was absolute chaos and madness. Just
it was chaos and madness, but
it was beautiful though.
You set that up, and this is me being like just a guitar player at that time. You set up and I think this is a cosign on your songwriting. You set up so many songs, with Ashton at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton is your brother, for context. And those songs were so catchy, made sense, and the lyrics were good.
Yeah.
I'm like, those things to check off, and there's a lot of guitar playing. And it's very funky while still keeping like the integrity of the songs. It's not mimicking anything. You could hear the influence of funk, like Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's all these different things. Even like a Bill Withers kind of feel.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because I know that's like a hardcore influence.
Definitely.
But it's still kept. I don't know. It was a really easy thing to ease into, being kind of like the odd man out.
Yeah.
At the end for me as a guitar player, but it made it feel like home. Those songs are really great. I think that record still, it would be relevant at any time period.
I mean, we'll
shout it out. It's a great album.
It's still on Spotify. If anyone wants to look up "Carpet and the Drapes," it's right there. No, I actually listened to it recently, and I was like,
it's still good.
It's still there. There
still there.
Really are some moments on that record that are just they sound great, and it hits, and the whole thing makes sense.
I have a feeling there'll be a point next year in some big event that it Begin to Be maybe will come up, and we'll have to be on stage together and play guitar again. I feel that.
Yeah. Should we jam a little Carpet and the Drapes song maybe for the little?
I think it would make sense too.
I think we should do it. We'll see what happens. Should we dive into some jams now? What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Before we do that, is there any shout outs, any things? This might drop in a week from now. Is there anything you want to shout out and kind of
Ranky Dank.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're doing some big things. You have a music video dropping soon. What's the date on it?
July 9th.
July 9th for what's the title of the track?
Looking at you.
Looking at you. I got a preview of this, and it looks amazing. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I know Forever Miles we're not releasing anything until next spring is when we start touring all over again, which is always a fun experience. I love traveling. I love driving as many times as I've been here in Austin. You know, I'll be here in like 2 hours tops. I do not do the speed limit. Texas state troopers do not scare me. I'm legal. ICE ain't picking me up today. They're like, Martinez, you're out of there.
That's so fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But Forever Miles, we're releasing an EP that we're recording here in Austin next spring. If you can't wait for that, me and my brother Andy, who also play in Forever Miles, are releasing music with Hate Mail, which is HATEMAIL. And we just Please Don't Tell My Friends is out on Spotify and all the things. And if you're ever in Houston, I play in a cover band which plays all your disco and top 40 hits. And we play at Cap's Supper on Westheimer. So, yeah, that's everything we got going at the moment.
Lovely, man. And for anyone listening, I'm gonna tag AJ and every little handle on these. So if you want to see an incredible guitar player, songwriter, just follow AJ. He's always got amazing stuff happening.
Cooking.
He's always cooking some heat.
Let's fucking cook.
Okay. And we might cook some heat up here in a second. All right. Thank you guys. Stay tuned.
Special thanks to Nicole behind the camera.